This is the Pillar of Dread. According to Egyptologists, it is an ancient Egyptian symbol that represents stability, and it is associated with the god Osiris. It can also be found below the famous Dendera light bulb, and its shape reminds us of electrical insulators. Some people even call it the Egyptian Tesla Tower.
The Djed is a dielectric insulator, the insulating medium that exists between two plates of a capacitor where the regenerative power is stored in an electric field. The difference between a conductor and an insulator is that a conductor will allow electrical currents of energy to be received and flow freely. An insulator restricts the flow of electricity and traps or stores it, then directs it into the necessary places that it should be distributed to prevent the electricity from running wild or into places where it doesn't belong, which causes a fuse or disruption. When you look inside of a cord, like a charger for example, the white rubber cord would be considered an insulator, and the colorful wires and copper inside of it would be called a conductor. The insulation of the white cord prevents the electrical currents from being able to shock you or flow into places it has no business. When you're charging your phone, the electricity travels through the colorful cords, which are now able to act as a conductor because of the white cord, which is an insulator, and it is preventing the electricity from going anywhere but directly into your phone. And interestingly enough, the same way how I was able to break down conductors and insulators is the same way how the hair of African-descended people actually functions, which is why we are called the nine ether beings. Because that curl pattern in your hair, that swirl that reflects the heavens and the cosmos, is the same spiral that can be seen on the dielectric insulators as well too, and as well on the Djed pillar.
And we're going to prove that the hair is the way you scan your environment. So we got to make sure that we pay attention to our hair. And that's why non-ether hair is important. That's why our hair grows towards the sun. That's where we get the Bantu locks from. We lock in that energy in. That's why black people must have their hair. Our hair was very religious. Our hair was very spiritual and very, very ancient, y'all. It really was. Like it was a whole ritual with our hair. We used to lay down and get our hair washed with juices and berries. Put a couple strawberries in there, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like hair is sacred because that's the only way you can decode and scan your environment. Because I'm showing y'all that the skin and the brain is the same thing, and through the hair of the skin and the brain, this is how you scan your environment, and you download all the information in your environment, and this have everything to do with why you sick. So my skin is a part of my brain. I need to make sure I ain't rubbing no lotion in there. You know, y'all, let me get the lotion. You gotta get, and look, the skin is so powerful, and it absorbs. Think about all the chemicals, the perfumes, the cologne, all of the moisturizer that you're putting in your skin is made with all these chemicals. You are literally, when you taint your skin, since your skin is made from the same cells of your brain, you're tainting what? Your brain. A lot of y'all be in school taking tests, wondering why you can't think straight because you got a whole thing of Vaseline on. Your brain can't breathe. You done clogged your whole brain up because you done put all the oil on your skin. I know that's funny, but that's some true stuff though. Think about it. Your skin is the largest organism. The skin is the largest thing on your body. It's the largest organ on your body. Not only is it excretory, meaning it produces things like sweat and stuff like that, but it absorbs things as well. So we got to be very, very careful about what we putting in our skin. And if your skin is messed up, something is wrong with what? Y'all know what this is called? Holistic healing. Proteins. Again, I do not like the name protein, so we're going to call it simple amino acid structures. Can y'all say that? Simple amino acid structures. Y'all can't understand that you're vegan and you're plant-based, but I got one question. Where do you get your protein? Well, I be wondering. Hey, look, if nothing irritates me the most is that question, y'all. I'm telling y'all. That drive me up a wall. Because it's like, man, it's 2020 now. We should be already knowing that protein is not good for us. A neurotransmitter is impulses of electrical conductivity that shoots inside of your body that connects a certain part of your body with the other one. So say you need to walk. Guess what your brain gonna do? Your brain is gonna send messengers down to all the different cells inside of your leg because the body is made of cells, nerve, and lymph. All right, so the nerves is what communicates and commands the cells of the body. The lymphatic system is what cleanses the cells of the body. And the blood is what feeds the phytonutrients and oxygen to the cells of the body. So when you have melanin neurotransmitters, the melanin neurotransmitter, it runs throughout the body and it commands the body to do certain things. Like how I'm walking around, this is instant commands. It's telling my legs to move, so I'm moving. So it said that these melanin neurotransmitters are actually connected to the membrane receptors. So the skin or the hair scans the environment, then it gets the signal. The signal then tells the melanin neurotransmitter what to do with the body. So this shows you that the environment, how you receive your environment, is actually what acts out your movement. Your environment is what's instructing you to do your movement. Your environment is what instructing you to think. How your environment is how it molds your thinking.
So as Yaki said earlier, your skin and your hair are melanin neurotransmitters. When we break down the etymology behind these words, melanin refers to the dark pigment, which is predominantly found in African descended people as well as others around the world to a lesser degree. The word neuro always refers to the brain or neurological functions. And to transmit is to move or to transfer over into something else or to somewhere else. So if the melanin within our skin, which is connected to our brain, has the ability to transmit energy or allow it to flow through our body into different places, this means that our brain and our skin acts as a conductor. And to prevent the energy from running wildly or unfiltered, your hair acts as a dielectric insulator by capturing the energy and trapping it within the spiral of your hair follicles, which passes through the brain and acts as the conductor that allows the energy to be able to flow freely and be distributed as needed. And one could even conclude that the true etymology behind the term dreadlocks could actually stem from DJEDLOCKS, because the purpose of a jed is to be able to trap the energy and lock it in, preventing it from being able to flow anywhere else where it is not needed. When you have dreadlocks or jedlocks, the energy that you are receiving is being trapped within your locks. It's being locked in. You're locking the energy in so that way it can properly be transmitted through your brain and through your nervous system. So the locks in your hair act as a dielectric insulator that locks in the energy, which now allows the brain to be able to take from that pool of energy and allow it to flow all through your body.
Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy. Fear struck them in the mouth at the sight of them Nubian youth. For us stop heavy as thou art, with all them museum slavery loot, they loot Babylonian captivity, perishing gold originally, astrologically, rambling over my sea.
Shiva Jatas is actually when you have a slight pressure in your hair, it actually opens up subtle grooves in your brain that can attain or that can actually hold the energy of enlightenment. So when you get jatas, when you get Shiva jatas, you're actually going on that spiritual path of enlightenment.
Enter the lion, stage west upon a complicated comedy. Sold from the east to the west of Africa, and vice versa by the Portuguese. Sold for
the Mandinka converted to Islam relatively early in their history, but one interesting comment on the religion of the Mandinka before Islam was made by Herman Bell in an essay. Foremost among the traditional gods is Pharaoh, who bears a remarkable, though probably coincidental, resemblance to the ancient Egyptian god Osiris. Both these gods were associated with the river and fertility. Both were dismembered, and where bits of their bodies were buried, there arose centers devoted to their cult, in one case along the Niger, and in the other along the Nile. So according to Herman Bell, early Mandinka religion seemed to have accommodated the worship of several gods, in which the god Pharaoh was the primary. Pharaoh apparently bearing a striking divine resemblance to the Nile Valley god Osiris. This pre-Islamic Mandinka religion is very intriguing to say the least, but ultimately, we don't really know the dynamics of it.
Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy. Sympathetic to imbalance, sinking the boat. Yeah, wikis of the guy who pull out them Nimrod seed. Banknote, banknote. The old rules of murdering and kidnap and genocide, them rules still apply, no joke, no joke. Genetic war for warm land and resource, none going on, and everything going for broke. Yeah. Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy. Yes, if it's of your youth, of your youth, of your youth. Give Jah the strength of your youth, of your youth, of your youth. Give Jah the strength of your youth. Them carefully preserve the sellout character and flood them across the media screen. And so and so and so and so guy, so and so guy, actually name hard personality. This way please, come and see. Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy. See true, true see, revealed out of mouth empty. Babylon them copy, Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. Hey, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy, Babylon them copy. Sympathetic to imbalance, sinking the boat.